minutes, but I know that's not the case. So,
I don't know what you want me to do.
it says we're live. Okay, so this says we're live. And this says we're live in 6 minutes. So I'm not sure exactly where we are. According to this, we're live. According to the app, we're live. So we must be live at this point. Any case, so if we are, we should be able to click. Let's see. Brenda's just kind of just scrolling around. She's not exactly sure.
I don't know where you want me to click, dear.
But you've done this before.
Yes, I have, and
okay,
I was just about to click that.
We click on that, and then see we're live. Okay, so we are live. So we're back, and what basically just happened, and maybe we should wait for more people to come in because there's nobody here right now, is that we should be live. So we're just going to take, we are live. I know we're live. So anyways, I'm David. This is Brenda. We're from OUTSIDERBUBBLE.com. No, I haven't had too much coffee. See, this says we're offline.
I don't know what to tell you.
Now, and this one says live now. But we are live. It looks like we're live. Oh my gosh, this stuff. We are live. Yes, thank you, Kurt. Thank you for telling us. We finally have confirmation that we're live.
Because one source says you're live, another source says you're not live, and
yeah.
So you just don't know.
So let's talk about technology and what just happened when we tried to do what we just tried to do. So,
technology.
Yeah. And now it is over here, it says we're not receiving video data from your encoder, which obviously it is because you guys are watching us. So it makes no sense. Let me tell you, technology when you're trying to do it on the road sucks. And right now, it's not the technology that it's breaking down on us. We know the camera works.
Yes.
We know our computers work.
Yes.
And we know YouTube works.
And we know the upstream is good.
And we know our data upstream is good. We know all this because I tested it before I tried to do this. And not only did I test it before I tried to do this right here, I tested it when we tried to go live on the other two streams that we tried to do, and that was with our Mavic camera, our Mavic drone.
Yes.
So, which allows us to fly. Oh, you guys got to see this. This is BK, and he's entertaining us this evening with his toy. Now, BK is 19 years old, or excuse me, 16 years old. Yeah. And here's Whisper right here.
Here's Whisper.
And Whisper's 19, and of course, he needs to now go get involved in this. This happens whenever we seem to sit on the couch. This seems to happen. So, that's now BK's like, what? I was by myself doing this. What are you doing? Now you're bothering me. So, anyways. So technology, everything was going really, really well, and the equipment-wise, computer-wise, upstream-wise, I had 22 megabits per second going out, my tested stream. I tested it on both Verizon and the park Wi-Fi. Both were over 20 megabits per second.
Yes.
So that's not it.
And the park Wi-Fi David works on and installed, so we know that works.
Yeah. So that leaves us one thing. Apps.
You're only as good as your app, I guess.
You're only as good as your app. And in this particular case, it was the our last case, I should say, it was the DJI Pro DJI 4 app, or whatever they call it now. It's a terrible app. And this is something you have to read. Tell me how you really feel. Is that what you're going to say?
I'm just laughing because from the very beginning it says push the button to start streaming. There is no button to start streaming. It actually says stop streaming.
Yeah.
And at the last second we're like, well, let's just try this button, and we hit it and we started streaming. So it's like, why is the button labeled stop streaming
when it's the start? It literally, we're sitting there going, okay, what do we do now?
And it says to push the start streaming button.
Okay, to go live, push start streaming button. And there's this big green thing and it says stop streaming. So we hit stop streaming after 5 minutes of looking for the start button. Literally, if you guys were watching us when we were trying to do that, oh my gosh. And it was so we hit the stop streaming button, which of course started the streaming. And then the image kept seizing and freezing and buffering
and jumping
and buffering. And it was not the feed from the Mavic to my controller, which then goes into my cell phone, which has the app on it. So that was all good, and the outgoing data was good. It was the damn app. And now in this particular case, this is the Mevo camera we're on now, and I first tried setting it up to stream in 1080p, and the camera's capable of doing that as long as you have enough bandwidth.
Isn't this camera 4K?
Well, no, the chip is 4K. It is. The chip is 4K, but the outgoing the maximum is 1080p.
Okay.
And that allows you, because it's a 4K chip, it allows you to do stuff like this. Boop. So let me see if I can make this work. See? Now it's not working. Again, app issue.
The app just locked up.
Yeah. And so I should be able to...
Oh, there it goes.
I should be able to... There we go. Now I should be able to just resume us there and make it a better image so you're not seeing my ugly legs. There. So the app being a 4K chip allows me to do that, which is kind of cool. Now, this particular app, the Mevo app, now understand this camera is made, its sole purpose is live streaming. That's what the camera's made for. That's what the app's made to do. But
I don't know who they get to beta test these
I have
things,
no idea.
But
when you
they need help.
Yeah, it tells you, okay, click here to go live. And after you put in the saying, and the saying in this particular case was, okay, so we tried to go live, which we did. And what we had was basically something saying, going live in 6 minutes. What?
Yeah, but then when you look at YouTube, we were live for like 10 seconds already, and it's like
on the phone. And then the app is saying
so are we
going
live
live
or
and
are we
going.
live?
And where does it? Why does it come up with going live in 6 minutes? I never gave a start time. I said go live now. You know, manufacturers, if you're gonna make products that do things like this, like the Mevo camera, the sole purpose is to stream. Please make the apps easy to stream, easy to start and stop. Oh my gosh, I'm ranting, yes. But
tell me how you really feel, dear.
I know, but it doesn't make any sense.
Nobody's asking any questions.
That's because they're listening to me bitch about apps.
Yeah.
So it's not because we RV that the apps don't work. The apps just don't work. And this app, like I said, should just work. It should be cut and dry. Go live. Stop.
It should be. It should be go live as the actual button instead of stop streaming.
Yeah, any of you guys who have a Mavic Drone and try to go to YouTube and try to do the live stream on YouTube, and you'll see that it says, okay, push the start button, start live to go stream now. There is no start live button. It says stop stream or
whatever.
Yeah. Any case. So, anybody out there have any questions? Nope. Oh wait. Hi again from New Zealand. How's the weather? Well, the weather is 81 degrees.
Right, yeah, right. It's evening time and it's in the low 80s. We're here in Texas, so
yeah.
Right now it's warm. It got up in the low 90s today.
We basically went back live because I felt bad. The two streams that were pinged out that were live, live stream 1 and live stream 2 test, they shouldn't have been on my public channel, with our subscriber channel. They should have been on my test channel, and I didn't change it over. And I screwed up, and so therefore you guys got all these pings that were live, when in fact we were live.
We were live, but we were testing because we were trying to get to work.
If it worked, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But the app didn't work. So now we figured we'd come back online here and tell you what just took place, because we felt bad that that Google or YouTube alerted you that we were live, and then a lot of people jumped on, and which we appreciate. We really do appreciate. But then after that, the stream was just so bad from the app that it was failing, and I was getting really upset.
Were you getting hangry?
I was getting hangry.
Angry and hungry.
I'm not hungry though, so no.
No, well, it's
that's
dinner
not
time.
It. That's not it.
Okay.
So, and of course, while we're trying to do all this, we have people in a golf cart drive up and just stop right there and start talking to us about the drone. Oh, you know, it's like, we're trying to fix this, and they see us, you know, frantically trying to work on something, and yet they stop and they sit there. And then we said, no, we're trying to fix this right now, and that's good. We appreciate that they wanted to see the drone. That's nice. But we said we're trying to fix this, and they finally they understood that we weren't going to fly. So, anyways, it's all good. We do what we can. So, but if we were actually flying, then we could have if it worked, we could have talked to other RVers and say, "What do you guys think of drones in RV parks?" And we could have had a conversation with other RVers if the dang app worked. So, DJI,
if you're listening,
if you are, fix your freaking app. Jeez, I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting off. I'm sorry, guys. Apps. But the Mevo app.
Kurt is right. Never trust apps.
Never trust apps. Yeah, and the Mevo app is actually pretty powerful. Like I said, I just zoomed in on me with a push of a button, and I zoomed in on Brenda. Make a face. See, on a push of a button, and I can now go wide and have it zoom out to us again. So, so the app itself works, but the process of actually going live with the app is terrible. I mean, it really is terrible. And then you write to the companies about this, saying, guys, you're a streaming camera. Why is it that I have to do this, and this, and why is it then it doesn't work when you do this, and this? Why don't you have a go live now button, and when you press it, you actually go live now. That's what the button says. So that's what the button should do. So in any case, we do have things in our motor coach that work. For example, Alexa, turn off cleaning mode.
Okay.
And now we're dark.
Except for this.
Ooh. Alexa, turn on cleaning mode. Now, we did that because that works, and we wanted to prove when things work, they should work correctly.
They work,
and
yep.
I said the word cleaning mode because what that does is it turns on every light in the entire coach. So if we do cleaning mode on or cleaning mode off, all the lights come on or all the lights go off or go back to a preset position that we had them in. So anyways, that's what it looked like. That actually worked pretty cool. Wow, mood lighting. So
we're just seeing the delay on this.
Yeah, we're looking at the delay on the YouTube delay. Sorry about that. So let's see here.
63 degrees in Hamilton, New Zealand. Oh yeah, and they're going into summertime. We're going into wintertime.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Then again, there's no global warming. By the way, the temperature here today reached 87, I think it was.
No, I think it was like 90.
Well, it was hot.
It was hot.
A lot hotter than it should be here where we are in Texas. It was like 15 degrees hotter than normal.
Yeah.
And that's not the first time this week that's happened. So what else do we got going on here? Jones's Law. Murphy was an optimist.
This is not Murphy's Law.
Nice face, Linda. Brenda. Or Deborah, depending if she's drinking or not. No, seriously. If she drinks wine, Brenda becomes Deborah. And if she drinks tequila, Brenda becomes Tammy. It's just weird personalities change with different alcohol. I'm talking too much, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, oops, I'm in trouble.
Oh, I won't tell him what I call you.
What?
Anyway, if you have time, can you say what you both done for careers that made you able to retire in such a nice lifestyle?
Our families were very wealthy.
No.
We're living off mom and dad.
No.
No.
Technically, we're not retired. We say semi. David still owns a couple of very popular online websites, audio, video related, home theater, and I do the bookkeeping. So we still do work online. So as long as we have internet, we can work from anywhere. And that's what the great thing is about this lifestyle is we can work from anywhere.
I back in 1999, I founded a website called AVS Forum. AVS stands for Audio Video Science. And avsforum.com grew to be the largest online community of audio video enthusiasts. And we sold it in October of 2011. So when we sold it, the website was seeing 5 million unique visitors a month. So,
but you still have the other two sites.
But we also still own TiVoCommunity.com. So if you use a TiVo product, you're likely to have come across TiVoCommunity.com if you were searching for help or something on your TiVo. And I also own DBSTalk.com, which is DBS stands for Digital Bitstream, which handles DirecTV, Dish Network, digital streaming media of different sorts and what have you. They're just community forums. So we still work, and how the money is made is of course everybody's favorite thing, banner ads. And please listen, I know banner ads can be annoying, some of them, and they're not our fault that they're annoying. It's the advertiser that's annoying. But the banner ads is what keeps websites like ours alive. Without the banner ads, we wouldn't be able to support the site and the people that help run the site and stuff like that. So banner ads on community forums are very important. So if you use an ad blocker, please turn off your ad blockers for community forums, because I'm not saying that just for our sake. I don't even know if you visit our site. I'm just saying in general, the banner ads help support the site. It's very little. It's literally pennies per 1,000 ads. So you actually have to serve a lot of them in order to have any income whatsoever. So that's where our income comes in, other than the sale of the company.
Jeff said, David, are you sure that's not what you call her, depending on how much you drink? Or what you drink?
No, it's not the case.
Oh, Rich and Sue said if the weather permits, they'll see us at OOBerfest.
Oh, cool. Hey,
looking forward to meeting you.
We can talk about OOBerfest.
Yeah.
A little bit quick about OOBerfest for those wondering what that is, because you might have heard us in past mention it.
First, OOBer.
OOBer.
OOB stands for Outside Our Bubble.
Yeah, OOB, OOB. And OOBer is just OOBerfest. OOBerfest because the first time we decided to do a greeting, it's Quartzsite, Arizona, and they have this big gathering there
for RVers
in January. And we decided, hey, anybody want to come meet us out in the middle of the desert and just say hello? This is where we're going to be. And we gave the coordinates.
Because you're parked out in the middle of the desert, no hookups or anything, so it's not like you can give a street address.
Yeah. So we gave the coordinates in the desert of where we are. There's no hookups or anything. You had to literally come find us at the coordinates. We had 47 coaches show up.
For the first year, yeah.
Yeah, 47 of you showed up.
Last year was last January, not last year, but last January was the second year we did it.
Yeah. So, what the people that were there for that gathering, they actually named it OOBerfest. And I actually looked at them with a blank face and said, OOBerfest? Yeah, outside our bubble, OOB, OOB. And they said, and they were pointing to a bunch of them that were there. They said, we're all your oobies. And I said, oh, I love my oobies. But that's where that came from. So if you hear us talk about OOBerfest or oobies, people who subscribe to us and subscribe to our travel blog or whatever, we refer to as our oobies, which are our followers.
Yes.
It's just something we thought was cute, and so we kept it. And OOBerfest still happens now in January. Last year we had 100 coaches sign up to join us out in the desert. 74 actually did because the weather was terrible.
The weather was horrible.
But the people that came, thanks for coming, even in that weather. But wow,
we had a great time.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Oh my God! The last night we had how many giant bonfires?
5? We had 5 bonfires running with a live band that we brought in from Phoenix. It was awesome.
Yeah,
we got those videos.
And the weather broke that day, and it was beautiful. Oh, it was perfect.
So OOBerfest is coming up. We're going to be, that was mentioned here on the chat thing, that's going to be January this year. If you go to outsidourbubble.com. There's a link up at the top right-hand corner in the menu bar for OOBerfest. Click on that. And not only do you get all the information about OOBerfest, you can sign up for it. There's no charge. It's free. When we say sign up, we just mean give us your name and your email address, because we want to account for how many are showing up, because we need to figure out where to put everybody. Not kidding.
It is parking out in the desert, but one of our biggest things is it's first come, first serve. So if right now we had, last count, I think we had 70 coaches signed up. And they're not all Tiffin coaches. Anybody's welcome.
Yeah, anybody's. Fifth wheels. We had a little teardrop last year that came.
Yeah. And it's a fun time, but we need to figure out how big of a circle or semicircle we could do and how big of an area we need to try and save.
Yeah, so when we say sign up, we mean we want you to sign up only because we want to know you're coming, and so we can have a good idea of how many people are going to be there, so we can try to figure out if we're going to be able to save enough space in a large giant circle, or if we're just going to have to spread people out on the outsides.
We don't sell your email address or anything like that.
No. It's just a way to keep count. So yeah, somebody said latitude and longitude. Yeah, that's what that's for. Because we are in the desert. There's no street address. This is where we're going to be.
GPS coordinates.
GPS coordinates. Click here. Google Map opens up. It shows you on Google Maps where we are.
That's all on the website.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the power, the progressive.
Too Boldly Go.
Too Boldly Go. Yeah, you're talking about the HW50C. Yes, that's the hardware surge protector that you build into your motor coach, which is great. Yeah, it's definitely something that if you don't have a surge protector, not a surge protector. Let me take that back. Most coaches have surge protectors. What you want is not a surge protector. What we're talking about is a protection system. Whisper's going to jump up. Oh, he didn't hit anything. Yay, good boy. 19 years old. He didn't knock the camera over. A surge protector is one thing. It protects you from large surges of energy, and it blows a MOS capacitor, basically, and stops the power from coming to your coach. A power protection system does so much more. It monitors for ground shorts, crossed wiring, phase run, all kinds of things. Low voltage, high voltage, and if any of these things occur, it'll automatically cut the power to your coach to protect it. So having a power protection system in your motor coach or your RV or fifth wheel is always a good idea.
Kyle says, awesome, they're a young IT tech in healthcare field and building a client base. They're looking to live like us on the road, and the end goal is to be able to live on the road. Yeah,
we're still young. I mean, actually, when we first started to do this in 2008, to this industry, to the Class A motor coach industry, we were really young.
Yeah.
It was a different world then.
And we would get some looks when we pulled into a park because our first motor coach was a 43-foot Class A coach.
And now it's really, and so basically back then, if you're out with a motor coach, a Class A coach, you're usually a retired couple, 65 or older, normally.
Typical.
Typical.
Yeah.
Now, the average age of a Class A coach buyer, per IRVA, which is RVIA, which is some industry people, is 45 years old.
Yeah.
Go figure. That's because in 2008, when the economy, this is my opinion, and it makes logical sense, I'm a logical person, in 2008 when the economy took a dump, people were sent home to work or sent home. Companies decided that they really didn't have to have all this office space anymore. They got rid of the office space because most of the jobs that were being done, a lot of them, could be done remotely. And so a lot of people were able to work from home, and they actually never came back. Well, now these people who have been working from home for so long, or are in the IT business, which normally work from home anyways for the most part, realize, what are we doing here? We can travel. And so, since the economy has been so great, the RV industry has been booming, and it's been booming with the younger buyers.
Yeah, there's a lot of families out there, and a lot of people like us who don't have kids, and it's great. As long as you have internet, you can work, and so why not see this country?
And I'm going to throw a kudo out there to a company that you would not expect us to do that to. I'm throwing a kudos out to Winnebago.
Ah.
Yeah, for those of you who know our story, know about our feelings about Winnebago, okay? I'm not going to rehash that. If you want to know anything about it, go to our website, type in Winnebago, and you'll know all about the saga. I'm not going to rehash that, but I have to give kudos where kudos are due. I have been saying for the longest time, actually, let me take that back. We have been saying for the longest time, RV industry, look at who your buyers are becoming. They are now the millennials that are buying coaches. Your coaches look to country or to, I don't know.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah. There was no contemporary coaches. Seriously. We kept saying, you guys gotta go contemporary. The cupboards and stuff. Go with flat surfaces, things like that. Go with neutral colors.
Yeah.
All this browns and stuff like that. That's not what the millennials want. They want contemporary, sleek lines, things like that. And they want digital controls of their units. You know, so I have to give credit because finally, and not that we're going to run out and buy one, we're not.
No.
But Winnebago has come out with a very contemporary coach, a very contemporary styling. So we have to give them credits. It's not for everybody, but I will tell you, it will be for the younger buyers. And speaking of age, I'm now 51. Brenda's
As of Thursday.
As of Thursday.
Last Thursday.
Yeah. So we started doing this when I was 42 and Brenda was 36. So when we started traveling, we were very young on the road and we got really weird looks. But now we're actually, Brenda's the right age for buying a Class A motor coach.
Yay!
But I'm 51 now, and so we're still we'll be buying another motor coach, but we still, even us, because we're technical and we're techies, we want, well, I shouldn't say that, we like contemporary looks. So yeah, I have to give credit where credit's due. Not that I'll buy one, but other manufacturers take note. I mean, geez.
It still comes down, when you're looking for a motor coach, it still comes down to floor plan.
It does.
What works for your needs and how you want to live.
Yeah, floor plan is key when you're looking to travel and be inside of something, a 400 square foot box for most of the time. Floor plan is your key. And we've given a floor plan to Tiffin that we think would be a total winner, at least for us. And we're still waiting to find out if they're actually going to manufacture it or not. But anyways.
Somebody asked, what's the name of the contemporary coach that Winnebago's doing?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure. I don't recall, but I saw it in the RV news. So if you just look it up, you can see it's their newer coaches that they just came out with. They just debuted them. So.
Whispers joined us. He's sleeping next to me over here.
Somebody says Lost Trucker says, just curious, is it hard to level a big motorhome in the desert? Is the sand, because of the sand?
It's not really sand, it's like lunar surface. Or not, excuse me, that's even the wrong way to say it. It's like Mars.
Yeah, at Quartzsite, when you go off-road there, it's not sandy at all. It's literally just rocks.
It's
rocks and stones everywhere, and it's hard.
It's like lava rock. I mean, it's really weird. There's sand, don't get us wrong. The washes and stuff are all sandy and everything. But nothing.
But they're not deep. Yeah, you're not going to get stuck.
Nothing you would ever get stuck in. You don't even, when you roll over it, you don't even make a mark behind you. That's how hard the ground is.
Yeah. Even when it rains and stuff, you're not going to move.
Yeah. Hi, Missouri.
Hello from Alabama. Oh, that's Kyle. Yep. Happy birthday, David.
Thank you, Kurt.
If I remember right, I saw an American Eagle was that nice flat shiny panels inside, very modern. Actually, we did look at an American Eagle when we were looking for a new coach, and they are beautiful.
Just the floor plan.
The floor plan just didn't work for us, and it's just one of those things. It's the floor plan it comes down to. Yeah. Yeah, at one point we did talk about Integra.
Yep, it came down to when we decided on a motor coach finally. It came down to Tiffin, Newmar, and Integra.
Yep.
And we went with Tiffin, and you guys can read about that if you want to read about that. OutsideOurBubble.com, and in the search at the top of the site, type in the words "now ordered," and "now ordered" will bring you to the page of why we chose Tiffin.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean, people ask us if we were to buy another motor coach, would we buy another Tiffin? Yes, we would. If they had a floor plan that we like better than this one, which currently they do not.
That's why we haven't done anything other than live in this coach, because we're loving it.
Yeah, well, and not to mention we got this all decked out the way we live anyways. I pretty much
You tweak things.
Yeah, we tweak things.
What cameras are you using tonight?
Tonight, this is the Mevo camera, M-E-V-O.
It says it's kind of pixely.
It shouldn't be pixely. This is a solid image. My guess is if you click on the YouTube gear icon at the bottom, I'm guessing you're looking at us in the wrong resolution, because we're seeing a feed of the camera right here, and it's in full high def 720p.
Tony said they enjoyed our stream of our trip from New York to Texas. What carrier do we use for mobile data?
Yeah, that carrier was actually, we said it several times. We with the Mevo camera doing the live stream. That was across Verizon. Verizon was our signal source for that. We're lucky enough to still have unlimited data plans, the true unlimited data plans, not the capped ones, and. So we decided to stream 3 days straight, traveling from New York to Texas. And we decided that when we travel from now on, like when we leave here, when we go to the next stops or whatever, we decided we're gonna probably live stream those, because
why not?
Why not?
It passes the time, because we sit here and we answer questions while the other one's driving, and so it passes time pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, actually, it does make time go by. Brenda or I, depending on who's driving. If I'm driving, Brenda's reading the chat screen like we are here. And if it's a long day of travel, we won't chat the whole time. We'll put the computer down and just drive, and you guys get to watch us drive and sing.
Yeah.
And
if you watch the full video of it, there are silent moments where we get tired of talking. There are moments where we're eating lunch or whatever. There's moments that there's all sorts. At the end, when we're looking for a Walmart to park for the night, and we were up for 12 hours driving, we were getting a little on edge. So shall we say?
A 12-hour day was...
Both of us were.
Yeah.
But that's life.
Yeah, good evening.
Reality TV at its best.
Yeah, but we, unlike other reality TV programs, we actually comment back in real time if you're watching it live and not recorded after we do it. So we're actually better than reality TV. Jay says hi Jay. See, like that.
Yes, Bob Tiffin is nice. He shows up at the RV shows. If you, that's one of the things with Tiffin. They have the excellent customer service, and that's, every coach is going to have issues, but it's how does that company deal with the customers afterwards, and how is their customer service? If you have an issue, you can call up the corporate headquarters of Tiffin and talk to Bob Tiffin directly. He will pick up the phone, he will talk to you, and he will, deal with whatever you need dealt with. I mean, you don't get that a lot of, nowadays. Sharon wants to know, how do I talk my husband into this lifestyle? We have the money, want to downsize, and he's resistant. He calls it a pipe dream. That's hard.
You can't talk somebody into it.
Yeah, you can't talk somebody into it. I think you both need to be on board, because if you have to talk somebody into it, somebody's going to be miserable.
It's not going to work out very long on the road. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I if you have to talk them in, we don't want to. We're not going to get involved in your relationship. We're just saying that you got to be ready to do this lifestyle, and you both have to be in agreement for sure. Let's flip through some of this stuff and see what's going on.
With your solar...
Hey, by the way, Bob Tiffin is really nice, and if you want to see them build our floor plan, call them and tell them to build the bot floor plan. just messing with you.
Hey, if you come out to OOBerfest, you can meet Bob too.
Yeah, Bob is hopefully going to show up at OOBerfest on Sunday night, the last night of our gig. He's going to be there for our mixer, our 5 o'clock mixer, and then right before and then we're going to have a live band that night. So Bob should be showing up at OOBerfest, and then if he doesn't make that, he will be there at.
He goes to La Mesa.
La Mesa RV. He shows up there, and you can actually just find him inside of a motor coach.
Donald wants to know, with our solar panels, how much does our generator have to run to keep everything going?
That's a good question, Donald. We do not rely on our solar panels. I mean, first off, two things. One is I actually had bigger batteries put in this coach and an extra solar panel because I thought it was going to be of advantage.
So we have two.
So we have two solar panels, 180 watts each. The thing about solar is, if you have shadow at all, like on the cells, it doesn't just kill that one cell, it kills a whole row of cells. So your efficiency goes down greatly. And unfortunately, Tiffin hasn't yet, even though I told them that the panels they put up here, there's actually a lot to this. We're an all-electric coach. I would never spend the money on solar panels again. I would definitely spend the money on AGM batteries, so I don't have to have watered batteries.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't spend the money on extra size batteries like I did, because we just don't dry camp enough.
Now, if you plan on dry camping a lot, and there are people out there with all-electric coaches that do, then that would benefit you to really look into solar and bigger battery banks.
Yes. So that would, but getting back to that, we don't dry camp enough. So to me, it was a waste. We shouldn't have spent that money. And to make matters worse, when Tiffin installs the solar panels, they're laying flat on the roof, which you would expect, right? Well, there's also roof rails on this coach, which are up about yay high on each side of the coach to cover up all the gook so you don't see the air conditioners and everything. Yeah, all the crap up top. So you don't see all that stuff from the roadside. So they put these roof risers on there. Well, the problem being is the solar panels are put right next to the roof riser. So depending on where the sun is, and it's usually not in the right spot, you're going to cast a shadow all the way down the side of that solar panel. And in doing so, you're going to kill the solar panel. And so I had mentioned this to Tiffin, saying, guys, you got to at least raise them up to at least be level with the roof riser. You're still not going to see the solar panel because you're not going to be able to see it, when it's even, it's flat with the roof riser. But they still haven't done it, and they're not alone. Other manufacturers do the same thing. They put those panels right down close to the top, and if they have roof risers and they're right next to it, you're just going to kill the efficiency of the panel. So if you're going to do solar, make sure they're rised up. At least the tops are even with your roof risers. Hope that helped.
Getting back to streaming while we're traveling, Tony says, yay, more on that. And do we have a backup for our mobile data?
We have 2 mobile datas. We carry Verizon and AT&T.
Yes. Sunshine Through the Ice. That's a good name. You two were one of the first YouTube RV shows that I followed. I loved the ferry crossing with the horn.
No way!
I had a good laugh with that.
That's
a long time ago.
Oh my gosh, that goes back.
2011.
Yeah, that was Newfoundland when we went across. I'm sorry, Whisper. Am I yelling too much? Am I yelling too much? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, go back to sleep.
We woke up the cat.
We woke up the cat. So, yeah, thanks for that. For those of you not knowing, we went to Newfoundland. I did this video of the motor coach going on to the ferry and then coming off the ferry. And when we came off the ferry, I had a Star Trek horn, an air horn.
Star Trek air horn.
Literally 6 different toned horns, not the electronic one, but literally air horns that were tuned with 5 or 6 different notes.
It's the one in the movie RV.
Yeah, with
Robin Williams.
So when I had a button I pushed and it went dun 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 dun, an air horn.
Yeah, that was fun. He really tried to find a place in this Tiffin to put it.
There's just not any space up front to do it.
There's just no space. Yeah. Oh wow. Advice for quartzite for first timers. Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
A sun hat.
Sun hat. Yeah.
Although last year we needed rain gear, but it normally doesn't rain there. Just have a good time. I mean, the typical things which you can find all on our blog post is, typical things. You come with full water tank, empty gray and black tank. You use paper plates and plastic cups so you don't have to do, dishes and things.
I don't think we have to go through this whole thing.
Yeah, just basic things.
We have a video. If you go and look at the video on going to Quartzsite to Uberfest, we talk about things you should and shouldn't do or what you should do when you come to Uberfest, and that basically goes the same for Quartzsite. I don't know the name of the video offhand, but it's one of our getting ready for Uberfest or something like that video.
Yeah. Keith says that they're going to be going on their first motorhome trip that includes Texas. Can we recommend an RV park near Houston? Unfortunately, we have not been around the Houston area too much, so unfortunately, no, we don't have an RV park there that we know of.
What?
Assuming you have aqua hot, do you leave the diesel on all the time or when needed when showering, etc.?
Another one of my mods.
Yes.
I do things that I think make sense that the manufacturers don't do for some reason. And one of the things I did was found the aqua hot has a switch that you can turn the diesel boiler on and turn it off. That's what you're referring to. There's an electric switch. The electric should always be on. Don't ever turn off your electric switch. There's no reason to turn off the electric heater for your aqua hot, because let's face it, you're plugged in and you won't, it doesn't cost you anything to have that on, and it's always heating the hot water. You rather not use your diesel boiler if you don't have to. So always leave that on, first of all. Second, in regards to what you're referring to, do we turn on our diesel boiler when we take a shower? Because water, cold water especially, can really deplete the BTUs in the heating system. Basically what happens is the water passes through coils inside of an old-fashioned boiler, if you will, and the water passes through there, and as it passes through there, it collects the heat and takes the heat, which heats the water, which gives you hot water. So the electric can only produce so many BTUs. The burner for the diesel burner can produce a lot more BTUs. So what I did, because in colder climates, yes, we would have to turn on the diesel burner in order to have ample hot water for our showers, because we usually shower back to back. Not like contrary to belief that people think we shower together, we don't. There's not enough room.
In these showers, though.
Any case. So what I did is, because I got tired of getting in the shower and saying, "Oh, friend, can you turn on the boiler?" Because in our coach, again, stupid stuff like this, people don't think when they build things. Up here above the driver's seat is where our diesel burner button is. There wasn't one back there where it's in the shower where you would normally turn it on. There's not one by the sink. In the kitchen.
Doing that now, though.
Yeah, but I think they're doing that now because why? They're doing it through the spider system, so you can better control. Anyways, our button was all the way up in the front of the coach. So I decided to take upon myself to fix that issue, and how I fixed it, long story, sorry, I found the hot water line that runs to the shower. So I found that water line, and then I cut into that water line, and I put in a flow switch. And basically, what that does is, all that switch up there in our cupboard does, it's just a contact switch, which is basically a signal wire. So if the signal wire is on, it says, okay, use the diesel boiler. If the signal wire is not on, don't use the diesel boiler. So what I did is I put a flow switch in. So when we turn on the shower and we go to the hot water, water flows, this flow switch senses the movement of the water, closes the switch, turns on our diesel boiler. As soon as we turn off the hot water, opens the switch, diesel boiler turns off. Okay.
It works.
It works great.
That's a long explanation.
I did that a long time. I'm proud of that one, though.
I know.
That's a good one.
And it really wasn't, it's not expensive, right?
No,
the little flow switch thingy.
The hardest thing is finding out, where your plumbing is and if you can efficiently do it easily enough in your plumbing. But I made that mod on a couple other coaches. But yeah, nobody else does that. I even told Tiffin about it. Oh, that's a great idea. One ear, not the other.
Jay says Bob did remember us when he talked to him.
Oh, you did? What did he say? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Mario says, how long did it take for Whisper to get comfortable to the coach travel? Well, we have Whisper and we have BK. We have two. We have had 4 in here at one time.
Yeah.
But that's just, when we hit the road, we take our family with us. And, all of them, it really was no time at all. They all had their own beds and the blankets and everything just like home when we had a house.
Brenda did a blog post on traveling with cats.
Yes.
So again, we're going to reference back to our blog. For those of you who are subscribers to our YouTube channel, you might not even know we have a blog. The blog is OutsideOurBubble.com. OutsideOurBubble.com. And
we've been blogging for so long, sometimes I forget what things I've blogged about.
Yeah, so she did
But
a whole.
you're right.
Which that wasn't. This was this year you did it too.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
I know. That's kind of sad.
So if you go to our blog, do a search for cats, and you'll find her blog post on traveling with cats.
Yeah.
There's hints in there about what we did to get them acclimated. But other than that, they sleep the entire time. If you saw us traveling, if you were lucky, if you watched one of our live transmissions, the 3 days we traveled.
A few times BK just kind of wanders in front of the camera and walks back and forth.
But you can see them sleeping. They usually just sleep the entire time we're traveling. What else we got?
Sharon wants to know if I do any crafts. I'm not a knitter. Never have been. Quilter. There are a lot of people who do quilt on the road. I'm a big reader. I read a lot.
I'm sorry. You know how I was ranting in the beginning about apps? Look, Frozen app. Frozen. Dead. I don't even know if we're lost connection with Mevo. How can it lose connection? We're right here.
I saw the light go blue, but then it went red again.
Which means it's still broadcasting, because at least it doesn't stop broadcasting. But you can see the app died.
Yeah.
Apps, man. I'm telling you.
Anyway, no, I've never been a big crafty person. So I'm not into that. I do have my Instapot though. I have a blog post on that. Just type in instant pot.
Instant pot.
Yes.
Yeah. Got my app back, by the way.
I'm just.
Anyways. Yeah. Oh, Whisper wants to get in the show, I guess. Looks like we reconnected. Stream, resume.
Oh,
okay.
See, you just never know.
Apps, man. I'm telling you. It's gonna come back. Anyways.
All those mods must make warranty work interesting.
No, we do most of our work ourselves. Warranty work? Are you kidding? Good luck with that.
Well, this is a 2014 coach.
Yeah,
so
there's
we
no
don't,
warranty.
We don't have warranty anymore.
And as far as that goes, you got to remember, when you bring it in for service, a lot of these coaches aren't even built the same way for the most part. So they gotta,
who's working that day.
they gotta figure out where it's going. I've had two coaches I've worked on, me and a friend of mine, where the wire was different colors that do the same things, but they use different color wiring. The coaches were built 1 month apart.
Yeah. Flow switch is a great idea. Hello from Reno, Nevada. Oh. Saskatoon's catch.
I have no idea.
I'm
Why
sorry,
did you
Rick.
point that out? I have no idea.
I thought I could pronounce it. Sorry, Rick.
What else we got? Anything else?
I'm just kind of. How much do you budget for gas per month?
We don't.
We don't really budget.
We don't. We live on the road. This is what we do. If we didn't think we can afford to be on the road, we wouldn't have been on the road.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a concern, then just stay longer in places so you don't drive as much, I guess.
Yeah, we don't really budget, because if we're going to go somewhere, we're going to go somewhere, and I guess we're lucky enough to be able to do that, and that's good. And for those of you who do budget, and that's fine also, don't get me wrong, we have all types of people that watch our channel. What I can do there is, like Brenda just said, if you're going to go to campgrounds and stuff, it all depends on how much you travel, if you're going to stay longer in places or shorter times. If you're shorter times in places, two things happen. One is you're paying more money than you need to at the campground, and two, you're going to burn more fuel going to the next campground. And what I mean by the first point is that there's usually daily, weekly, and monthly rates. And each one of those gives you a break on pricing, or the daily is the most expensive.
Daily is the most expensive.
Then you got weekly rates, which are cheaper than the daily prices, and then you got monthly, which are cheaper than even more. So you can actually save money staying longer at places. So if you're going to go somewhere, and fuel is a concern in regards to pricing fuel out, then consider staying at least a week in one place to save some of that money on the campground fees. Hope that makes sense. I didn't mean to sound rude when I said we don't budget, but we don't. So I couldn't come up with how we budget. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to come off.
JB wants to know, how do we transport our golf cart?
We don't.
We don't.
We don't own one.
We
own one. Take that back.
We have a golf cart.
Oh, you want to see something? Wait. Want to see something? We got to show you something cute.
Okay. You woke him up.
Oh, that's so cute. Come on, it's so cute. How can you not love that? Okay, sorry.
Anyway.
It was cute.
Yes, we do have a golf cart. We use it when we're in our seasonal site up in upstate New York. But when we're gone, we just store it up there. And there is, I don't know if you've seen out our windshield, we have a camera shooting out our windshield. We do have a golf cart here at Jellystone, but we're renting it. So a lot of RV parks, bigger resort type places, you know, most of them will have golf carts that you can rent.
Yeah. So here here we have one, and back at our place we own one that's I'm playing with the app. Sorry.
David's getting distracted by the app. Yeah.
Shiny objects.
Recommend an RV park near San Antonio. We've only been to San Antonio once, and we stayed at the KOA there. It was an okay park. Not the greatest neighborhood to be in, so it's not one that you can go outside the park and go walking around. There's really not much around there. You're not in the city, so, but I felt fine inside the park.
Yeah. Robin, as far as after-hour work goes, first off, I do most of the mods on my coach myself, so I don't usually have to do that, arrange for after-hours work. But there are people at Red Bay that do that stuff, and you basically, you just set up a time with them, and I mean, once you find out who can do work for you after hours, then
there's a list out there, isn't it? Like on the the Tiffin forum or somewhere.
Yeah, if you're a member of the TVR, how do you say that? TVRN? What is that? I don't recall. It's the Tiffin Network forum is let's see. What's the website?
Tiffin RV Network.
TiffinRVNetwork.com. It's a community forum, and subscribe to there, and there's, I think somebody keeps a list of people you can hire after hours. But one of the people that we use is Trevor. Trevor can do a lot of different things.
Oh, he's great.
Trevor's great. He makes the dash mats, he makes the floor mats, he does
step
LEDs,
covers.
He does step covers, he does all kinds of stuff. Trevor Nichols.
He replaces carpet in people's.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of stuff.
And if you go and use Trevor, tell him that we said hello, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh goodness! This person said they built their own fifth wheel coach from the ground up.
Woo-wee.
That's a big endeavor.
That's an endeavor. Wow.
Yeah. Stream dropped during the oil question.
Oh, sorry. No, we don't change our own oil. It's 36 quarts of oil inside of these beasts. We take it and have it done. It's $300 and something to have my oil changed. So it's well worth it, and I'm not gonna have to deal with trying to. It's a lot of oil. Not gonna deal with it.
What do we get per gallon on average?
7.5 to 8 gallons. 8 miles per gallon is what we get. Normally 7.5 is 7.5. It also depends, believe it or not, if we're going east or west. And you're gonna say, what? I can just see that. What? We're going because the wind. Wind makes a big difference in these coaches. So when we're coming back from west to east, we usually get a tailwind, which helps our gas mileage. So it depends on where you're traveling, mountainous or not, and stuff like that. But overall average is about 7.5.
Yep. Do we ever park at a friend's home for a visit?
I'm trying to think we have. Mike and Sue.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have.
It depends on the friend's house and if we can fit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're 45 feet long, don't
you
forget.
definitely don't want to just go and knock on their door.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Have we ever been to Senator's Wash 25 minutes north of Yuma, Arizona? No, we've driven between Yuma and Quartzsite, but we've never really stopped in between, so no. Hi, David. Nice tattoo.
You can't see mine, but you can see hers.
See mine.
And this is my new one.
We just got these on Wednesday.
Our first tattoos, and for those who don't like tattoos, sorry, they're not for everybody. We understand that.
Yeah.
We understand that, but I can't. I'm trying to
That's okay.
The camera. Anyways, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and so does Brenda.
Do the cats ever scratch the leather couch?
First off, it's not leather. It's fake leather. It's called ultra leather, if that's what this brand is. I don't know of any leather couches in existence in RVs that are true leather. So it looks like leather, it feels like leather, it acts like leather, but it has all the benefits of not being leather, which means no, it does not scratch up.
You can clean it pretty easy too.
Clean it really easy. It's soft. It feels great. And out of all the animals we've had we've had a German Shepherd. The furniture, our furniture personally, has never been scraped up.
Yeah. Mileage
may vary. Different manufacturers, different materials, whatever. But we personally, since 2008, have never had an issue.
Is it a Cat or Cummins? The best I got was 14 from a 350 Cummins.
You never got 14. I'm sorry. I don't know how you would think you got 14 miles to the gallon unless you had one of those odometers that were screwed up.
I was going to say the odometers were getting messed up. The computer in there.
I shouldn't say that because for all I know, you have a 315 Cummins in a 30-foot RV. So I apologize. I should not assume that you have a 45-foot coach, first of all. Second of all, what we're referring to on the odometer is when we got this coach, we actually discovered that the odometers were screwed up. I mean, they literally were off by 30%. I contacted Tiffin, at that point we knew a lot of people at Tiffin, so I talked to the chassis manager over there and talked to them about it, and they confirmed. And so I actually had, going back and forth with Tiffin over the months, I probably had 5 different Speedos that were sent to me where I would swap out and test new firmware to get the numbers that are more realistic. And
it was actually in the Speedo. It wasn't something that you could just plug in and get an update.
Yeah, the firmware. Well, you could if you were there.
Oh.
If you were if you were at there, they can flash the firmware of the Speedo.
But
we weren't there, so they would keep mailing me new Speedos with new firmware, and I would test and test and test the mileage, and we got it down pretty good. But for the longest time, and all these people telling me, all these new coaches are great. I'm getting 14 miles to the gallon, and I said, I hate to burst your bubble. But, and sure enough, it was the firmware. But I do apologize because, like I said, I don't know the circumstances of your motorhome.
It's a Fleetwood 39R Discovery. It's true.
Okay.
With tolls, is the tow car included, or do you pay?
Were you going downhill, or were you going east to west? I mean, not downhill. I meant east to west. No, west to east. West to east. You get a backwind. Just curious.
We do get better mileage that way.
Yeah, I've never seen an RV get that many miles to the gallon, especially if you tow a vehicle. Then again, you might not be towing a vehicle either.
With tolls, is a tow car included, or do you pay extra? Basically, is it a 3-axle charge or a 5-axle?
We still have never figured that out.
We
don't know.
I think it depends on who the toll operator is. I don't know.
We don't know.
I've heard people who go over bridges, when they charge to go over the bridge, who get charged for the tow vehicle. Other people don't. Like on our New York State Easy Pass, it's just our motorhome. Our tow vehicle is attached, but it's not based on that. So
but
I don't know. I think it varies.
It does. It all depends on how the computer systems pick it up too, I guess. If they notice it, don't notice it, I have no idea. So, and like Brenda said, if you go through a toll booth with an actual toll person, all depends on that person, because is in the same state on the same.
It's okay.
And this tells me.
But
now it's resumed.
Now we're not.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay, so now the stream is resumed again. Sorry about that. Looks like we've been going too long. Maybe it's trying to tell us to stop. So we're gonna do that at this point.
I'm just laughing at him because he's sound asleep over there.
So if we didn't get to your question, hopefully we'll catch you next time on that. And other than that, I'm David.
And I'm Brenda.
And that's Whisper.
Sound asleep on the couch.
He's so cute. Okay, he's 19 years old. Anyways, we'll let you go. I'm David. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Brenda.
OutsiderBubble.com. And we're asking you, when's the last time you got outside your bubble? Take care. Now I got to figure out how to stop this thing.
If the app doesn't freeze up.
If it doesn't freeze up, yeah. There we go.